Our next speaker is a renowned expert in the world of AI and how we're using and adapting to evolutions in AI and using that in our day-to-day life and to better our businesses. Our next speaker has traveled the world talking about the trends and topics and research and insights that they've put together, and we're thrilled to have them here today to share this with us and with the South Summit Korea audience. So without further ado, please give a really warm welcome to Ivo Szapar, CEO at Remote How. Ivo, thanks for being here.
Hello, everyone. Good morning. How are you doing? From 1 to 10? 10? 10? Amazing. Super cool. So today's topic, we'll talk obviously about AI. And I wanted to encourage you to understand how AI ready you are based on the research project that we are right now conducting together with some scientists at Harvard University. So AIQ is something that we'll discuss. But first of all, question to you. Raise your hand if you ever used AI at work at least once. Okay, keep your hands up. If you're using weekly. Okay, at least once a day. At many times per day. Congratulations to everyone that kept their hand. And to the rest, I hope today's conversation will show you that there is more that can be done. So, as it was announced, my name is Ivo Szapar. I've been into the change management and AI space for quite some time, working with large corporates, also startups, helping them work smarter, not harder. And today I wanted to start with very honest conversation with you that people are overwhelmed when it comes to AI. And this is not just my feeling, but it's actually data that is showing this. 47% of knowledge workers are afraid that they might lose their jobs in the next 5 years. So there is a true problem that needs to be addressed on the market. And it's, of course, not every problem is the same, because there is a difference when it comes to AI, when we're talking about what can be automated, and this is a list with example tasks, what can be actually augmented, and this is how we're mostly using AI right now. So we have different chatbots that are helping us, but we're still driving this, right? When automation will come into play, this will be something that is more or less autonomous. But then, of course, there will be still things that we're doing just as humans, so don't worry. But the key for everyone here is to understand how much of what you're doing will be automated, how much will be augmented, and what will remain human only. So the current market is a bit overwhelming and chaotic. You have a lot of different tools. I will be sharing some of the insights from the research on the top tools that people are using. But what we're really looking for, like, what are the actual use cases, how you can use AI? When it comes to using AI, there's an interesting study by Microsoft and LinkedIn showing that, yes, people are using AI at work, but they're bringing their own AI to work, which is quite alarming for businesses to have people using tools that are not approved. So as you see, we're in this overwhelming, chaotic moment. So we're trying to make some sense out of this. And what if we can measure what we call an AIQ? So a dream team has been assembled. We have some really top minds in the future of workspace. And we're trying to help the world understand what is the AI adoption right now. So today I will be sharing with you some of the first insights from the AI Maturity Index, where our objective was, first of all, to understand the AI readiness, to evaluate its impact, but also benchmark the best practices and develop the AI adoption curve. We're doing this fully globally. We're focusing on different areas of knowledge work, and some of the insights that you will see, I hope will resonate with you. So before we dive into this, I wanted to tell you that the study is about AI, and actually AI is doing the study. So we built an AI assistant that is talking with people to understand how they're using AI. So it's way better than the survey that people are not really interested in engaging with. It's way more efficient than doing one-on-one interviews because this chatbot can actually ask you follow-up questions. It can go deeper and deeper, and it's collecting 85 different data points. As a result, and this is everything free, you're getting personalized report that is fully AI generated on how you're using AI, what is your score, what are the benchmarks to your peers in the industry, what are the use cases, and some of the step-by-step things that you can actually get. So let's dive right into it. So first of all, we did already quite a lot. We just launched it beginning of August, and we've already managed to have over 1,200 people that interacted with our research, 32,000 messages sent, which equals to 14,000 minutes and 95 data points. So when we're talking about the participants, the audience is obviously global. You can see some of the statistics when it comes to age, income, remote work, hybrid. So we're really looking at this from different perspectives. Now, first insights. 72% of us are using AI daily. And if we look at how you raise hands, I would say it's pretty accurate to say. One of my favorite statistics, what we already found out, is that AI improves work-life balance. Work-life balance is improved thanks to AI. Like, this could be the headline. Of course, let's see how it develops further. Then everyone talks about productivity. Yes, we have the data showing that you can, on average, save 16 hours per week if you're a heavy user of AI. And last but not least, on average, people are using three AI tools on a recurring basis. So then, who is the heavy user, and what are the characteristics of it, right? So it's rather either very small company or a very large company. Then remote workers versus on-site, not that much. And then the industries that are really heavy adopters versus the ones that are still figuring this out. When it comes to job categories that are diving into AI, research, number one, highest productivity. Sales, then we have human resources, then we have creatives, and then we have technology. So those are the groups, and we're talking about a lot of positive impacts. So our respondents are saying that, A, obviously the productivity is increased. We are making better decisions because we're using more data for our decisions. The creativity is enhanced. And here, a side comment. 2 weeks ago, there was a study released by Stanford showing that AI is already more creative than humans. There was a study, 100 researchers came up with ideas, and they were compared with AI ideas. And then humans scored the ideas of AI as more creative ones. So definitely here, improved work-life balance, I already mentioned, and the cognitive load is reduced. So if you're using AI more, it helps with work-life balance. If you're using it less, obviously, the data is telling us that you should be using more. So when we're looking at the persona of who is actually in love with AI, you can see that geographic, pretty clear, then industry and the size, then full-time employees versus freelance contractors, and people that are remote are more in love with artificial intelligence. But of course, it's not always shine and great. There are also some negative aspects of AI that we should be speaking about pretty loudly. So when people were asked what are the negative impacts and barriers, the top one is authenticity. Then people are overwhelmed, what I mentioned in the beginning, right? Some of us are frustrated with limitations, like we already would like this AI to do so many things, but keep in mind that the revolution is just starting and it will only get better. Some of us are actually also anxious about capabilities, maybe it will take my job. And then, of course, the job concerns themselves. okay, when we're looking at this from the perspective of both individual and the company, what are the top barriers? Number one is lack of knowledge. This is number one. So it all boils down to education. We really need to understand where we are with AI, what we can improve, and how this can be done moving forward. Accuracy, trust issues, complexity, and some of us are simply resistant to change. And the data is showing that individual contributors are more resistant than managers. So when we're talking about the future, right? Because people are like, ask, okay, how are you using AI right now? But what do you predict where AI is actually going? So we have a ton of data. I'm not able to show you this everything today, but we see three main areas that would be impacting and that are very promising when it comes to knowledge work. So the first one, obvious, is business intelligence. We will have more data, so we can have more analytics in anything we do at work. Then it will help us make decisions because we have the data, and hopefully we have the right data. And then when you think about any type of reporting that you do, this can be fully automated, right? So this is the area number one. Then the area number two, when we're talking about AI, a lot of times it's associated with automation. Which is right. This is a big portion of where AI can actually help because LLMs are really good in interpreting text, numbers, and then sending this to other software, right? So process automation, 100%. Intelligent document processing, yes. But then also quality control. Anything that is done by a human, then AI can actually control it, right? Automatically. And then last but not least, there will be more and more customer-centric applications of AI. And this is like a long list of ideas for new companies. But what I wanted to inspire you here is that, as Sam Altman said, there will be world's first solopreneur, so individual entrepreneur, billionaire because of AI. So AI empowers everyone to build product, maybe a productized service that can be eventually worth $1 billion. And you don't need to hire a huge team. Because with all of the things that AI can help you with to automate or to augment, you will be able to scale. So think about the help that you can get in marketing, in sales, in human resources, in finance, in operations. The revolution is coming. The latest model released by OpenAI 2 weeks ago can build a consulting strategy that you're paying top 4 McKinsey's, PwC's of the world in a matter of minutes instead of spending hundreds of thousands of dollars. So the revolution is here. We're just adjusting to it so far pretty slowly. So now it's the time for you to benchmark yourself, and it will be interactive. So take your phones, and we will do a very short AIQ test. So go to either slido.com or scan this QR code. And there will be 3 simple questions. And we will see how are you using AI. So I will give you 3, 2, 1. And let's go with the first one. So which AI tools do you use most frequently? Be honest. You can also add a few. And let's see who will win. OK, ChatGPT. I'm not surprised. Let's see. OK, 7 people. ChatGPT, Notion AI, Perplexity. Kudos to Perplexity. Love it as well. ChatGPT is leading. Claude, amazing. Big Claude fan as well. Super cool. So clearly, we have ChatGPT and Claude as chatbots, as LLMs that are your assistants. Perplexity, if you never used, it's an amazing research tool that is basically replacing for many people Google. They're not using Google anymore. They're just using Perplexity. Yeah, and there is more. And actually, what we discovered, those are the top 10 AI tools used by users of A Maturity Index. Obviously, ChatGPT-1, ChatGPT-1 also here. Then we have Claude. Then we have Gemini by Google, Perplexity, Microsoft's Copilot, Grammarly for writing. If you're not a native English speaker, it's really good. Canva for creative stuff. Midjourney to generate images. Notion AI was mentioned for knowledge management, for note-taking. Otter AI for meeting transcriptions. Okay, are you ready for the second question? How many hours do you think per week AI saves you? Be honest. I know it's a tough one. You need to think about, okay, I like it. That's good. 6 to 10 hours, amazing. So think about, I was talking yesterday at the panel about a 3-day work week, and actually you can already see the data, right? For some of you, AI is already saving you 1 or 2 days of work. So the data is here. Amazing. So this is a moment that I want to leave you with a thought that this is just the starting point, how much time AI is already saving. It will go beyond that. We're just starting the AI revolution. When it comes to the A Maturity Index users, they save around 16 hours per week. So we had a few people here that said that it's 16 hours, so kudos to everyone. And last question, what is your primary use case when it comes to AI for productivity? And those are the list is very long, but let's keep it simple. We have research, we have data analysis, we have content creation, and we have my favorite, brainstorming. So we have research as number 1, data analysis, then content creation as the third one. No one is using it for brainstorming? I encourage you to do. It's amazing. It's amazing when you're specifying your persona. So for example, either in ChatGPT, you can create your own GPT, or in Claude, you can create your own project, and then you can set up custom instructions saying hey, I'm John, I'm working in marketing, in a fintech startup, those are my responsibilities, this is my writing style, this is what I'm doing, and then it will act as your own advisor for any type of brainstorming that you want to do, and then you can actually have it for any type of project that you're working on, so you can keep coming back with more, so it always has the same context. So what are the actual use cases coming from the research? Yes, the same, research assistant, number 1. Then we have content. Then we're summarizing content, obviously. A lot of us are using AI to write emails, brainstorming. Number 5, data analysis. This will only grow. Task automation, code generation. I think this one is very interesting because what AI is doing right now is that it's lowering the barrier to build products without even understanding how to code. There are a bunch of social media posts that are real where people are building apps without being a software engineer. Of course, it's again just starting, but if you're thinking about starting not even your own startup, but a tool that would help you, AI start to be really good at coding. Presentation creation, and then of course, proofreading. So, what's next? That was just a teaser of the whole A Maturity Index. So if you're interested, it's free. You can just scan this QR code, start a conversation with the AI assistant. It takes on average 15 to 20 minutes. And in October, all of you will get personalized report on your A Maturity score, on your benchmarks to peers in your industry, on use cases where you can actually use it, and then, of course, tools. So try it out. There will be a lot of insights coming also on a more broader level for the whole group. So some of them I already shared with you, but there will be also a bigger report showing you some trends on where AI adoption is actually heading. So this is all from my side. If you're interested, if you have some questions, or maybe you would like to pick my brain on some stuff related to AI, feel free to connect with me on LinkedIn. I will do my best to get back to you, or we can chat right after the session today. Thank you so much.
Woo, woo.